everyone, welcome to episode 21 of our Timberborn Update 6 Folktales playthrough here in Cycle 31, Day 1. Last time we had this mountain removed, and now we're planting some more trees to hopefully fix some of our log problem. We've got a long way to go to fix that though, and there's plenty more to get done, so we're going to jump right into it, starting with some stuff you guys mentioned in the comments. Yes, these maple trees, or not, well no, these are oaks. These are all supposed to be marked for cutting. These over here, these maple trees, are not. So we'll unmark those, and then we will go ahead and mark this entire bit here. This forester can only plant up to this line where it is currently. We will probably need to relocate it, considering that these are not ever going to get cut down. This thing from maple syrup is completely empty, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a swap. Get that guy out, and that guy out, and then just rotate this guy like so. And now we have a lot more space with which to work. And we can pop this in right here, get that set back up for maple syrup as a supply. And now look at this, we can put in a whole lot more oaks. Plenty of additional oaks. I'm just gonna, get all of this going here so they can plant as many as they can, and the ones that they can't plant, we will either fix by running more water through here, or we will just not have those guys working like that. So that's looking good. That's going to help us a whole lot, keeping that going once that gets put in place. And since it's nighttime, we can go ahead and triple speed this thing. You'll notice our area here is starting to fill in a little bit more with the trees that are growing in. We've got a bunch of birches, got a bunch of pines growing, and this is starting to look really, really nice. I think we're going to be happy with it. The other stuff that we need to be working on probably does not involve food or water, because we're honestly probably fine for the rest of the playthrough in terms of our supplies and the replenishment on that. Probably needs to continue focusing on wood, but there's not much more we can do at this exact moment without making additional land green, which is one of the things that you guys have been mentioning in the comments you'd like to see. So we've got a big map. We haven't really done much outside of, the top of the hills here, and then our starting area. So we do have the opportunity to continue expanding. If we were, say, for example, up here going to plant some trees, we could easily put one of those irrigation stations I always like to build on this plateau here, and then maybe another one up here. And if they're automated with bots, and we wouldn't have to worry about it being far away, or being part of our second district up here. Well, that place up there is the formal name. So why don't we go ahead and just do that? I'm going to put, I think, right here is probably going to make the most sense. We'll do our 3x3 with our double dynamites. Get this situated like so. And then we'll do the same thing up here. We've got a couple different spots we're probably going to have to do that with, just because of the terrain here. A couple comments saying, hey, please don't just blow everything up because you said you weren't going to do that, so I guess I need to check myself before I do that. We won't blow up a whole lot more stuff, but we are going to have to try to take advantage of our topography as much as we can. And that, wow, they did this quick. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a process for sure. So what's going to happen here is this will be placed in like so, fluid dump, and then the forester right in the middle. And then along the back side, we can just put 3 lumberjack flags. These will be automated with bots eventually, so I don't think we need to worry about having our tooth grindstone. So that'll work quite nicely. We're going to, of course, plant oak trees, as one does. And I think we won't have to worry about the pollution from the bad tides getting up here, so we can probably just honestly plant all of this as oak trees and see what we're going to be able to get ourselves into. I know the reach on these guys is pretty far. I don't know if I want to go all the way out here because I do not know how much it's going to irrigate, but this is a good start. Just this bit right here should be a-okay. We will need to have log storage somewhere as well. I figured if they're all going to be bots anyway, we might as well go ahead and just place that storage in a nice central location. So this will just get rerouted, and we will have an underground pile right here. Might actually make more sense to put it this angle so they can just come straight down that way. Of course, set to logs, set to supply. And then I know we're going to have a little bit of space, depending on how the stairs are set up. You know, I think we just leave this at the top for right now. That should be okay. I'm going to have another one of these irrigation things here. And then depending on how far it reaches up here, we'll have to put another one toward the corner. But since we have the opportunity to just go ahead and do this, why don't we just run with it, right? Just take that on like so. And then there's no real reason to move this way, but I do like things to be symmetrical. So I think I will go ahead and try to integrate that. Yeah, just get rid of all of this. And then we'll end up seeing what it looks like. But we got, of course, they end up working here first. There's nothing for these guys to be doing. They're bored out of their minds. That'll take a little bit of time to get set up. How's everything else looking? Obviously, we have 26 unemployed bots, which should probably be our biggest priority to fix that. So we can employ those in the district center. All of these buildings are automated. Some of them were paused because of wood concerns. So it's not quite 22 unemployed bots, but we're going to be pretty close to that number. Where else? See, the haulers are already good to go. Builders, that's going to be an easy one to do. We have the science for that. Okay. And before too long, it's going to be time to do these lumberjacks, but we do not need to have that many lumberjacks if they're all bots. I might, depending on how we do with our mission to irrigate, I might end up doing a little bit of terraforming here and adding land instead of taking it away. But I want to see if we can get that solved with remote stuff here. So this actually might work. I don't know. I think it's reaching all the way to about here, but it's not really showing. So okay, yeah, that's only going to let me do maybe that. I guess we'll see what happens. But we can let them do their thing. You know what? Now, we're going to go ahead and, first of all, we're going to pause these, but we're also going to get those automated, because I did say this is going to be entirely bots, so that would be a nice thing for us to be able to do. This is still waiting on all of that stuff. I also want to put in storage for the catalyst and our biofuel, which would be a pretty easy thing to just put tucked away right here. Just need to get a little bit more in the way of pathing setup. Put one there, and then we can have these two medium tanks. Nice and easy there. Flip-flop. And, of course, biofuel and catalyst set to obtain. And that should keep these bots happy for a while. Yeah, they're going to take their sweet time doing this. But I think it might actually be worth putting stairs here. I don't know if this is full yet or not. Oh, it's not. We're gonna actually have more range. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put a little staircase here, because that's going to allow us to plant some more oak trees on this intermediary level. And I know it's only going to get better from here on out. So we'll do that. If I need to go down one more, I will, but I don't think we're going to need to. We'll see what happens. We got time. All right, just a couple more of these, and I think they've got it in the bag. There we go. You know the drill. These things are super easy to build. Not if I place it in the wrong spot, but you know what I'm getting at. Fluid dump goes here. Forestry goes here, and then around the backside we've got these three. Get these situated so they can only be bots. Now the fluid dump as well. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at all our green here. I should also there we go. That'll make it so we don't have to flip anything. Look at this. This whole stinking thing's green. I like to see that. So now I'm kind of incentivized to have this, you know, actually not be stupid. I think we can make this work, folks. Just put that staircase there. Now, I'm not going to plant trees all the way down, but being able to use all of this space is going to be nice. Oh, they can't plant trees over here anyway. That could also just be because there's no stairs here yet. I would imagine this is still in range, at least part of it. Looks like we're almost done with the underground pile for the wood storage as well. Now, it's going to take a whole episode for this to come into maturity, but it's going to be nice once it's done. Just gotta wait. Just takes time. What do I tell you every single time? It just takes time. Gotta have some patience. Yeah, so if we bring this through here, I'm thinking it's going to irrigate to right about here, which means I could theoretically put another one of these doohickeys. That is the scientifically accepted definition of that word. Right here. Yep. It just looks weird with the thing set up like this, but I think this is going to work out just fine. I am going to wait before I blast the hole out. We'll have to see what happens there. Okay, the stairs still are not in place because our planks are looking a little rough. But we have logs again, so I'm going to unpause the rest of the plank things. Gears. Oh, we used all our gears. Okay, well I guess that means these are unpaused again. We are going to need to beef this up just a little bit. We've got these guys rolling here, which means it is time to check and see, is there anything on the ground? No, so those stairs will go away. Come grab this log, and then we can put the final piece here. And what that's going to do is that's going to connect all of these wheels through these triple lodges on this side. Well, this side too, but we don't have power connected over here. And then we will replace this lumber mill with another lumber mill, or replace the empty space with the lumber mill. And then that will get everything connected. We're going to have a lot more power being generated, folks. It's going to be nice. And that should help us out quite a bit. Because right now we have these recharging slowly. We're going to need a little bit more juice to get them working. And I want to expand and put other bits of gravity batteries just stacked up like so. That's going to take some time. But it shouldn't be too hard. We're just going to have to be careful about how we go about doing this. Yep, they're getting those things done. And the builders are bots, so we don't have to wait for the day-night cycle to be over. So let's go ahead and reduce working hours to 16. Because right now we're about 50-50 on workers being bots or bio-beavers. We will start dialing this down until all the beavers don't have to work at all. That is one of the completion conditions I always have for these series. We're still a little bit of ways off from that. Okay, they're still working on getting this done, but we do have storage for the logs, and that's looking good. Yeah, we'll just have to take our time making sure this all gets complete. I haven't forgot about the water wheels here for our terraforming, but that is not the biggest priority right now. My big priority today, like I said earlier, is to make more of the map green and use more of it for planting. I was thinking maybe over here, coming off the backside, we could have some aqueducts to take water into different spots, like over here. Because we do have access to all that stuff. We should probably use it. And you guys indicated you would like to see that in the comments also. So I do always try to give the people what they want, so to speak. So let's get that taken care of here. Make sure those are marked for cutting. We have, depending on how this is... okay, so they can't reach this anymore, but those trees are already planted, so it's fine. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay on the amount of maples we have. We just have to make sure that we are good before it becomes a problem. So these are all cut down. That's okay. Yeah, see, like right here would be a great place to plant more maples if the land was a little bit higher. We still don't have maple syrup chilling here, but again, we've been going through so much of it, it just ends up being a problem. So we got maple syrup here. But the, oh. Well, this isn't even finished yet because we're waiting on gears because I paused all the gear workshops because I didn't think we needed them. Okay, still waiting on this to get done. I guess the planks are the problem. So, oh, this is finished. Okay, so that means the stairs can go away and I can put this back as a platform. And then, yeah, we're going to get a lot of power back. I know this one's going slowly, but remember, it's making more than 0, and that's what we wanted. Yeah, there's 3 planks right here. Come get them. We're going to use them. Anybody. Bueller. Bueller. Come on, somebody. There we go. Now I can bring the lumber mill back. Pop that guy in there. It's already set for bots. And we're looking good, folks. I know we still have 15 unemployed bots. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We just have to get there. You know? How many times have you heard that one before? The stairs are still not in. I'm pretty confident they're going to be able to plant stuff here once the stairs are in. But we've got to wait. This one's waiting on planks too. Okay. Okay, out of fuel, but there's fuel here. So go ahead and fuel up and see what you're going to be doing. Are you still in there getting a drink? Or you finished? You good? Okay. Well, we have 661 metal blocks. We don't have any scrap, and that is because this has been paused. Again, I don't want to use the gears because, well, now we have like 100 of them, but I'm not going to turn the mine back on for bots until we have enough. But you guys reminded me we can also get science. Oh, that actually doesn't require any. Okay, all right, never mind. We're turning this on. The bots, I hope they can make the science, but that's going to help us out quite a bit if these guys can actually. Wow. How about that? That's kind of broken, actually. You can use bots to generate science points. I thought that was like kind of the whole point of the bots is that they couldn't do the research. Anyway, that is quite quick, and that's gonna be 24 hours a day. So we're gonna have tons of science. That is it's a good thing we tried that then, isn't it? Okay, so this is in place. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking I would be able to have access to. Although I don't know why they can't get over here. Yeah, I guess it's okay. If I could put another staircase here, would that do anything? Even though they can't take a road to get there. I guess we'll see. But I'm gonna plant all the trees that I can where I can, and we'll just go with that. We'll see what happens. All right, well on our way to getting this taken care of, as one does. Come back on that in a little bit. How much power are we generating? Oh, this hasn't been fixed yet. Yeah, so we're sitting on a cool, sheesh. Well, these 6 right here are making 660, 670. Plus this bit here making another 330. So we got like 1,000 that's untapped right now. We're already generating more than we're using, but we probably need to expand our capacity anyway. And we have these buildings that are turned off. So lots to consider here. Hopefully we can get everything situated the way it needs to go. These guys have nothing to do. I am going to pause these so we don't waste our bots. Man, this is like a cheat code to get science. Look at this. It's already up to 9,000. So we could I know it's going to take a long time to build the earth recultivator anyway, and that is the capstone thing on the series. So we're not even close to it yet. But within the next couple of episodes, we might want to consider researching it and starting to amass the resources to build it. I do know when this is constructed, it has to be supplied with, I think, wheat and at least one other thing before you can fire it off. But that's going to take some time. Check back with that in like 5 episodes, maybe, and we can start building that. Now, the other thing that we need to do is we need to start setting up our additional gravity batteries here. Because these still aren't quite full, and it's day 9. So we need to increase our capacity. One of the goals you guys have mentioned in the comments more than a few times was to have good, well, I don't know what the term would be. It's not year-round, because that's not how the beavers in this game experience time. But I guess a universal power supply, basically, with all the batteries, so that no matter if there's a drought and the wheels don't spin for 9 days, you can still power everything. That's going to take a lot of batteries. So we will have to make sure that we are staying on top of that. Okay, they're waiting on... I'm going to prioritize so this can get the planks, because we need to have this other thing going so we can make more power, we can make more planks, so on and so forth. It's a cycle. Okay, this needs to be paused. So now we're waiting on the forestry to get built, and then 8 more planks for the fluid dump. Let's go ahead and get this situated for planting oak trees. And, oh wow, we have 100 bots. 140 adult beavers, 13 kits, and 100 bots. So the bot takeover is progressing, folks. We're getting pretty close. This is now done, ready to go. How much is this going to irrigate? I know I'm not going to be able to get too much to the side here in terms of planting, but it will be green. Okay, this still isn't done yet. That's fine. They got time. We'll get some of this stuff figured out. These guys, oh, they got a lot more reach than I thought they would. This is already a big improvement back behind here. In fact, the contamination barriers, well, we don't really need them. But it is kind of cool to imagine this being surrounded like this. Maybe later, at some point, we can get that done. Okay, there's a decent bit we can plant here. Let's do that. How far did this reach? Okay, right here. That should be easy enough. Except this one tree we can't get. So that'll go away. And he's got access to this entire area up here too. And I know there's not enough water and there's hardly any. So maybe by the time that's finished, some of this will be green. There's a little bit right here. But if it gets to be about right here, I'm going to be pretty confident that this will encompass just about everything we need. Might have to move it one more forward, which I think... How far is this? That's 3, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, there's that annoying thing popping up again. Yeah, let's move this one more this way. I'm pretty sure we're still going to be okay. So we got a bad tide coming. Not an issue for us. This looks a little funky, so let's smooth it out a little bit. Cool. All right, I can live with that. We'll come back and check on that in a little bit's time. This is working splendidly well. Yeah, look at that. 6,400 HP. I can get behind that all day long. These trees are growing and are being harvested. This one Lumberjack flag all by himself I don't think is going to cut the mustard, so let's put in another one here. I think that's going to be nice to have a couple of these. Then I'm going to need storage for wood, which we do not have over here. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Because we might end up having water come through here at some point if we ever do a diversion. But for right now, I think we're probably okay to just have this space exist as it is. But we do have this farmhouse here that we could plant some more stuff in. Again, we have so much food, we don't need to worry about it. I got 14,000 food stored up. I think we're going to be okay. But I'm going to, since we have these unlocked, we might as well go ahead and build ourselves a little bit of a pile here. I know the underground pile can't go here, but it would be so much fun if it could. I don't know, I guess what would you call that? Hammer space? Just making something out of nothing. But that will work out pretty well to just be a little bit of convenient storage for us here. Now, how are we looking as we come up? Okay, yeah, that's perfect. That's going to be fantastic. You know, we'll roll with this. It'll be fine. Should be golden. And, oh, you know what? I can actually plant down here, too. Alright, cool. That'll work. I got a little bit more space. these 4. Anybody else? Anybody else at all? Can this one reach anything down here? Oh yeah, we got tons of space. Alright, that'll help this area flow into itself a little bit more. Because that will reach all the way down here. This guy will reach basically the same spot, but this will also... Oh, never mind, I can't get in here. Oh, I love to see this. Look at all this space we got, folks. Look at this. Beautiful. That'll go all the way to the end here, too. Wow. And then we got a little bit of space right down here. I think that covers it. Okay, we got 3 more tiles. Look at us go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We got space. We got trees. We are looking good. We are looking very, very good. So obviously this needs to be absolute maximum density trees. This will all be irrigated, no problems. You know the drill. We've done it a billion times. And by a billion, I mean at least a few. Alright, lumberjacks around the back. And hopefully we'll be set nicely good to go. I need to make sure if I'm going to have access to these lower terraces here, I choose a good spot to do so. I don't really have a lot of great places to have stairs go down. But I think we're going to want to at least have access to this stuff, and that should work. Should work out pretty nicely. But look at the transformation here with just having this land be green and have some trees on it. That's going to make a big difference in the overall look and feel of the map, even from over here. I know there's not trees on it yet, but we'll get there soon. Soon. I don't think we need to have any more of these pine trees because we haven't used all of that resin. So why don't we... Yeah, let's unplant these 2, because I might want to have the path go this way. And I can actually cut these down, since they're not using them. And just to be safe, we can plant some more trees here, pines. I didn't want this path to be completely blocked off if we, didn't absolutely have to have these trees here. Because remember, there was a mountain here before. So that'll be an easy thing to fix. Just give that access back here. Very good. Make sure these are unmarked. These were never marked to begin with. Got a bad tide coming in half a day. Just gotta hold on and see what happens. Like, look at all this green. This looks really good. I know we can do a little bit more greening, and this will be probably substantially green all the way down to here, depending on how this wants to go. But once we get maybe a little bit of water diversion through here, this will look great. Just have to do something with all this bad water. It does still have to have somewhere to go. So maybe we do want to force this all this way and just keep this as something we could do elsewhere. This would be a great place for a tree farm, but we're not here yet. Haven't really needed to be. We got 15,000 science already. Love to see that. Okay, so this bot is out of juice, but we have fuel here. Prioritized by haulers there. You know what we haven't done? Is we haven't put convenient fuel storage over here near our district crossing. So we can very easily do that by doing that same little matched pair that we've been doing before. Come on. Thank you. And that's going to be nice. Because then these guys only have to go doop, 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 just like that, sound effects included, and make their way up here. Love to see it. Is any water? No, they haven't even finished the dump. Now they finish the dump, and there should be water coming out of this. Just in time for the bad tide. Thankfully, this has held up remarkably well with our safety measures in place. And none of these trees should ever be in danger of dying again. So I'm glad that we did all this. 7-day bad tide. We'll have that finished no problem by the end of the episode. Look at this. It's already starting to get green. What's our range here? Oh, yes. Look at this. I can see so many opportunities for trees here. What about on the backside? Okay, yeah. This works. This is great. Now we go right there. Look at all these trees once everything's planted. That's going to look really sweet. That's going to be cool. And also probably be more wood than we'll ever need. But you guys said we needed more wood, and we made it happen. That's what the Let's Plays are all about. Making sure that we can do what we want to do. And listening to what you guys have to say. So power-wise, we're still looking really, really good. We don't have a ton of extract, but we do have a lot of explosives relative to what we might need. So I think it's about time we come in here and we look. These tendrils here are not actually contaminating the water. That's just what the ground does. So we're okay there. I want to deepen the rest of this, if at all possible, down to this level. And then, of course, the trench for the gravity batteries. But to do that, we're going to have to get these guys down here, and it's a little bit of a task presently. We'll be okay. Let's not forget we can blow up our paths now. That's always nice. So this is to get down to here. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. So we need all of these to start out, probably start out as 2s, and then blow up everything else. So that'll work out splendidly well. I guess I can come back and do this little corner bit, but for right now, I'm not really that worried about it. I can't really get there anyway. But that will go down to 2s. This will go down to 1s. This is a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to place in, and it's not gonna be that quick of a process. But it's gonna be fine. Now this bit down here, that's going down 2s. This does not just have to go down to this level. It has to go down. This strip does not have to go down. It has to go down a lot. So once we get this blasted to be about this level, then I will continue blasting this trench down, and then we will have to have our gravity batteries put in the correct place. So that will start here. Now remember, I don't want the bottom of the reservoir to be lower than the sluices, because there's no point in that. We can't get water out. But we will need to have, right about here, we will need to have this set up in such a way where we can have everything suspended. So what I will do, what I'm probably going to need to do, is have a pathway underneath them, and then build on top of platforms. I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. We got a ton of science, so if I did a 6x here, yeah, I'd still need a little bit in the middle, which is unfortunate. What if I did 4x? That would be there, and then I got another one here, and then I've got another one here. 5x would get me, if I go all the way across, I'd put the other one here. I'm using my finger on my monitor, so you don't think I'm completely insane. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another 4. I think we can make that work. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and unlock the 5x1. We'll of course have to keep blasting this down as we get there, but I think it's an achievable goal for today's episode at least. This will only need to be blasted down for the platforms before everything else. So that'll be a 3 dynamite to go here. We'll actually prioritize that. And then, let's see. Well, obviously I'm going to try to get all of this to go off at once, but this one by itself will help us continue building things. I know the planks are going to take a long time. We've established that, but you can't ever finish if you don't start. Look how good this looks. Oh, I'm in love with this. This looks very, very nice. All this green here. These guys are going to do what they've got to do. I'm going to pause the Lumberjacks because we don't need those yet. Come on. There we go. So when these grow, we will have to reactivate these Lumberjack flags, but for right now, the bots don't have to do all that. I'm going to go ahead and automate the explosives factory so we don't have to have any more bots get bad watered. Then the bad water pumps as well. That's looking good. That's going to be set to priority by haulers, and we are looking quite good here. Get that automated. In fact, we'll go to 6 here, and then I will go to 6 here. This district seems to have a deficit, so we can go up from 26 to, let's see, for right now, go to 30. I know we still have that one, but I like doing things in even numbers. That's going to look so good with all those there. How are we doing? Okay, this is fine. That was already fine. This doesn't have irrigation, which is maybe a little bit of a problem, but we'll get it fixed. Oh, I love this. Now that almost all these trees are growing, this looks nice. That was cool. That was a nice thing to do there. Now, the problem we're running into is the biofuel is rapidly depleting. So we need to expand our biofuel production. What I'm going to do, I'm going to extend this up this way. And we're going to put in a couple of these refineries. I got to just check. That's not where that goes. That is, that's okay, that's not quite ideal. But we do need at least one more refinery for the biofuel itself. So I will do biofuel potatoes or spatterdock. We actually haven't filled up our potato storage, so I'm going to start doing it with spatterdock. We might as well. And these beavers are operating faithfully. That can be set to supply. That can also be set to supply. And that should help a lot once we have everything organized just a little bit better. Because, of course, they have to import it into this district. And our numbers are only going up, so we really need to make sure we're staying on top of things. Yeah. Well, it all takes time. We know the drill. It's going to take them a long time to plant these trees, so that's why I'm glad we have bots on the job here. This is looking spiffy. Oh, look at it! Look at this! Look at this! We got plenty of room for the trees here. Is that going to reach all the way? Ooh, I got 3 more. All right, good stuff. Very, very, very good. And there's actually some here too. I'll go there. And I've got 2 trees I can plant there, and I even have some down here. As long as the lumberjacks can reach, which they can. This is obviously poisoned. We don't want to be messing with that, but it'll kill the trees anyway. I think it's going to be fine here. It shouldn't really affect anything, but it'll let us know just as soon as it finishes planting if that is, in fact, uninhabitable for the trees. Very, very good. How are we doing on our explosives? Okay, that's ready to go. So that'll be at the correct height for us to put in. What'd I do? Triple, 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 and then that, I think. I thought poorly. Did I not do my math correctly? I know, shocker, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 triples. This is 3. Yeah, I needed to go down 1 more. Okay, well, that's how we learn. That's fine. 1 more. Prioritize that. And then we should, hopefully, be in a decent shape soon to take care of all this. 3 days left in the bad tide. Biofuel in this district isn't as dire as it seems. We just had these set to obtain. Both of them, and it is obviously taxing on the ones that were set to supply, which, you know, might not even exist. Yeah, this we might need to build some other tanks over here. So I think these are just storages. Yeah, I don't have any of those prioritized or deprioritized. But the bots that are going to be constantly working here are getting a nice boost from that. That's working. I feel like I should have put another one of those dump things over here. We'll get it figured out. Not worried about it. But the amount of nasty down here is pretty concerning to look at, but remember, it is not going to hurt us. Alright, let's try this. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to see. 5x1 goes here, and then the last one will be a 4. And then, remember, we're putting platforms on the underside so they match up, and so the beavers or whoever can walk underneath to build them. Nice and even. The other thing that we can do... Ooh, you know what? You know what? They haven't built this yet. So let's be smart. Let's be smart. First of all, delete only the things we want to delete. I almost forgot this was a thing. We can use our doubles here and here, and then... I didn't unlock the 2x1s. But because of the way this is set up, I can do 2x1s here and here, and then on that, do 5s. And I can just have one go down this way and one go down this way, and then I can have a final one go through here. And then we'll have 4 full banks of these batteries. That's going to look pretty sweet. So I am glad I remembered that was a thing. It's a very, very slow process to build all this. But it's definitely going to be worth it. It's going to take a long time, but it's going to be worth it. We're going to have a whole lot of reserve power. We're going to have a whole lot of reserve wood. This already looks so much better. We just have to maybe do a little bit more in between here, see what we can get accomplished. But look at this, man. We're still making plenty of power. Obviously, the bad tide hasn't affected the wheels, but these large windmills are great. And in fact, we could probably get away with putting a couple of them down here if we wanted to. Somebody in the comments pointed out that the large windmill has a hitbox on the first 2 levels of 1x1, and then it's like a 3x3 cube placed on top of that. So we could place these between almost any of our buildings that are in this district and be totally fine. Yeah, everything comes down to planks. Everything comes down to planks. So I'm going to need to build some more. Our space back here isn't really suited to have a whole lot of stuff behind it because of the proximity to all of this. But I've been kind of holding out on this stuff, because let's see, this is end of that overhang. We could use some more over here, but again, I don't have the materials to be building a whole bunch of these things. So if we want to add anything else, we're gonna have to be careful about it. I mean, I could put one more this thing lumber mill right here, but I think we're gonna be better served just expanding what we've got in this space. Now, if I'm careful how I place these down, so I could flip that guy and I could have another guy here, and then, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's going to work. And underneath, we can have little storages, medium warehouses, whatever you want to call them. I don't really know what we'd put in here. I don't really know what we would need to put in here, because this district already has a lot of food available. You know what? In preparation for books, let's just make that book storage. We know they're going to want to read those. And then all of this space down here we're probably not going to be able to use too much of. So I will get that situated there. So this lumber mill is going to go just fine right like so. We'll flip this like that. And then, of course, in between we can put a straight power shaft. A shared entrance. And then they'll have to be connected to the actual pathing system here. But that is going to actually, do I want to do it? I think I might need to. Don't build a third staircase there. No, too late. I hate it when it looks like this, but it's legitimately going to be the easiest way to do it. We'll just put this here. And then we'll have to have the path come around just like so. We might end up cleaning this up if it truly looks horrendous, but I forgot to put the mouth-washing station. Hopefully I don't have to use that, but this is... we'll put this here. It's fine. This will get power from the backside of the bot part factory. Then here we'll also have... No, that needs to be a double. That will be fine. We'll have to have the path come in this way, but we can put a third lumber mill. Right like so. And that'll work out splendidly to just go in there like that. It'll already be nice and powered. So this can either go down here, you know, it's probably easiest to just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that. And is there anything else I can put here? I know medical beds, we're not going to need those too much more. Contemplation spots will not fit. Decoration, however. Beaver. Oh, yeah, look at that. Beaver statue. 500 science. It takes 10 planks, and I think we can do it. Just pop this guy here. It's going to... You know what? It's actually not going to reach that many beavers if we put this here. That's too bad. That was a neat idea. I can't put shrubs, I don't think, underneath one of these. Oh, okay, I totally can, but that's also kind of a pointless thing to do. Bulletin pole? Okay, yeah, a bunch of stuff will fit here, but I don't know what's going to make the most sense to put here. So maybe we'll just leave it blank for now. We'll leave it blank. Leave it open, and we'll let them build this. Obviously, it's going to take a whole lot of planks to get it done. But I believe they're up to the task, so we'll come back and check on that later. Oh, yeah, look at this. We've got all sorts of stuff ready to get blasted. But obviously, we're not going to set it off quite yet. These guys are working to get that accomplished. We can let them do what they want to do. Everything else, I think we are looking pretty good. Oh, the other good thing about doing this way is we can also, well, once they build these, we can blast down from above and get everything else taken care of. Pretty much no questions asked. So let's prepare for that. And that's going to be a single, that's going to be a double, and that is going to be a triple, along with all of this bit. And then, of course, once this gets detonated, at this point I might as well wait for them to do this. I think this is more than 124 explosives, but these guys are working, or this Timberbot 89 is working, prioritized by haulers. We have plenty of storage here. That can now just put this like so. I don't think it really matters. Actually, this is close enough. I don't think we need to worry about prioritizing it. Should be okay. The bad water supply is a little bit of a concern, because I don't think this can pump fast enough. Let's see, it's every 3 hours we need 5 bad water, and these two together every 3 hours produce more than 5. I think it's fine. I think we're going to be okay. Look at how good this looks. I'm really happy with this. Hopefully you are too. This admittedly is pretty ugly, having these two staircases next to each other, but hey, what are you going to do? These are only at 57. It seems to be the closest one, 57 to 53. Yeah, so we've got a little while left before we have to turn these lumberjacks on here. You can safely ignore that for the time being. Very, very good. Very good. I want to see all of this dynamite go off before the end of the episode. But we are starting to get to about the 50-minute mark or so. So why don't we go ahead and start rounding this episode down just a little bit. And we'll detonate this as one of the last things we do today. How about that? So, I very much appreciate you being here. All the fabulous support on this series has been amazing. It has performed better than I could have ever imagined. And all of the interaction, everything has been great. So I'm just really thankful that you guys are here, a part of the community, and making it possible for me to continue doing these videos. Of course, Beard Boosters as well. You've been seeing their names scrolling up the screen this whole time. But truly could not do without them. And I am very, very excited to continue this series and see what the in-game folktales looks like now, with all of the fun of the Earth Recultivator, so on and so forth. So, by the time we're done with this, we'll have time-lapsed all of this dynamite in place, and then we'll go ahead and set it off, and then say goodbye afterward. Alright, folks. It looks like this is all in place. We've got bots still coming down here to put these last couple of pieces in. But they'll be done with that pretty soon, and we can light this all off and see about everything else we've got to take care of. So we know this staircase can go away. This one can now also go away. Pop this last bit in here. Get that situated, and we're going to be good to go to light this whole thing. Just got to let this last go right here. and then we will be all set. Of course, now it's going to take 800 years because okay, no, there we go. I see the bot. Get it done before evening falls so we can actually enjoy looking at this, and then I will be a happy camper. Alright, pop that thing in there. And there we go. Light this. And then right from the middle. Hopefully nobody else is coming down here. We're good. Look at all this additional space to have. Oh, so yeah, now we're going to get a little bit of flooding maybe. But that's a lot of additional water capacity, folks. That is fantastic news. And look at this. Look at this. We're just going to have to extend our staircase a little bit. But now we are in great shape to go ahead and continue blasting this out. Of course, this needs to be popped in a little bit more. We'll do a 3x here, and then that'll have to go down again. But that is all the time we've got for this one. Like I said before, lots of great stuff done today. We've got all of these trees starting to grow again, and this area, of course, expanded as well. Looks like that was the maximum range of the irrigation, which is okay. Get that cleaned up. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with this, and hopefully you are as well. Look forward to seeing you in the next episode, but until then, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.